Order. Please rise for the pledge to the flag. Roll call. Let it be noted that all 9 board members are here, or 8, and 1 board member to be assigned in. Turn it to agenda item 2.1, explanation of the organization meeting, and our solicitor, Brian, will explain this.
Sure. While the first day of the school year is July 1st of each year, the Pennsylvania Public School Code requires all school districts to conduct a reorganization meeting during the first week of December. At that meeting, the board will be able to seat its newly elected members and shall also elect a president and vice president for the upcoming year. This meeting will be conducted as prescribed by the code, and I turn it over back to you, Mr. Strunk.
Thank you, Brian. Next on the agenda, agenda item 3, is any public comment limited to items on the agenda, which is the reorganization meeting. Is there anyone who would like to make a comment? If no comments, then I will move to number 4, nomination of a temporary president. And I turn the meeting over to our board secretary, Ashley.
All right. Any nominations for a temporary president?
I nominate Jay.
Any?
No, there's no seconds necessary for a nomination. Are there any additional nominations? There being no additional nominations, I would ask for a motion to approve Jay Strunk as temporary president.
So moved. Second.
You take over, Madam Secretary.
It's been moved and seconded to approve me, Jay Strunk, as the temporary president. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes. Agenda item 5, the seating of newly elected board members. For giving the oath, is this you, Dr. Finnerty?
No, Jay, you will, under the school code, a temporary president is authorized to administer the oath to any new board members who haven't already taken the oath. So you would administer that oath.
Including myself.
That's interesting. Yes, I guess so.
Well, he already took the oath, though.
Oh, he took it? No, wait a minute, did he?
Well, I mean,
Well, I
when he
took
was.
it for
Now
the
you
term
would
that I
have to take
served.
it for next term.
Yes.
So, you can't administer the oath to yourself.
What about Ms. Kleinfelter as a notary?
Are you a notary public? She may.
Okay.
Yes, that's very fortunate.
So we have the seating. Do you have the oath there?
I do have the oath.
Yes.
Okay.
And we need to get Steve.
You're going to ask them to repeat it
Tanya.
after you, and then they could do it together.
Steve, Tanya, me, and who am I missing? Thank you, Louis, sorry. Do you want us to come to the front?
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that.
Tanya, Jerry, Lewis, and Steve. Where's Chrissy? Where's Chrissy sitting?
Okay.
Proceed back there.
Okay.
Ready? All right. Please repeat after me. I, and state your name.
You should raise our right hands to it. Yes, no?
Sure.
Yes.
Raise your right hand.
Okay. I repeat. I, and state your name.
I, Jason Parker,
Okay. Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
and Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
That's all right.
Congratulations to each of you. Agenda item 6.1 is nomination for president. So I call the nominations open for president for the next term.
I nominate Jay Strunk.
I second.
Any other nominations? It's been moved and seconded to elect me, Jay Strunk.
Well, there was a nomination. I'd ask for a motion to approve Mr. Strunk as board president, there being no other nominations.
Thanks, Brian.
So moved.
Does the motion need a second?
Yes, it does.
Motion and a second to approve me, Jay Strunk, as the board president to serve for a one-year term. Is this a vote?
Yes.
All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Thank you very much. My commitment to you is to continue to work hard to make sure that each of you has an equal voice in the road ahead. I now want to move to 7.1, nominations for vice president.
I'd like to nominate Bill Thompson for vice president.
I second that. Any other nominations? It's been moved and seconded for Bill Thompson. We need a motion
Yeah,
again.
we'll need a
Motion to
motion
approve.
to appoint Mr. Thompson as board vice president.
Motion to appoint Bill Thompson as the vice president for a one-year term.
Need a motion?
Oh, no, you can't make that motion. I'll make the motion.
Motion and a second to appoint Bill Thompson as vice president for one term. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? The motion passes. Bill, congratulations.
Thank you.
Look forward to continue working with you.
Yes.
Agenda item 8.1 is the Western Career and Technology Center Joint Operating Committee member for a three-year term. The term that is up is Bill Thompson, who replaced Chuck Nippert. His term ends 12/25. I am here, I have the authority to propose someone for this seat, so I'm proposing that Bill Thompson remain in that seat, and I'm asking, are there any other nominations? Bill, I'm assuming you're willing to do that?
I am.
If no other nominations, I need a motion to approve Bill Thompson as vice president for a year.
I'll make the motion to approve Bill Thompson for vice president and,
Now, he's already been approved, but just to serve on the joint operating.
oh,
committee.
okay, it's to serve on the JOC.
Motion and a second for Bill Thompson to serve for, this is more than a one-year term, is that correct?
Yes.
For a three-year term on the Western Montgomery Technical Center Joint Operating Committee. All those in favor? Those opposed? The motion passes. Bill, congratulations.
Thank you.
Next is appointing a Montgomery County Intermediate Unit Legislative Liaison for a term of 1 year. Tanya currently holds this seat. Tanya, are you interested in continuing?
Yes.
So I propose that Tanya continues in that position for the next year. Nominate her. Are there any other nominations? Or we need a second for Tanya, I guess.
Second.
Any other nominations? It's been moved and seconded for Tanya Taylor to hold the seat of Montgomery County Intermediate Unit Legislative Liaison with a term of 1 year. We need a motion to approve.
So moved?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve Tanya for the one-year term on the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit Legislative Committee. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes. Number 8.3 is the Pennsylvania School Board Association representative, our liaison. Patty Grimm has currently been holding this seat. Is this something you choose to continue? I then nominate Patty for the position for a term of 1 year.
Second.
Move and second. Is there any other nominations for the Pennsylvania School Board Association liaison? If no other nominations, I need a motion to approve Patty for this position.
So moved.
And a second? I have a motion and a second to approve Patty Grimm as the Pennsylvania School Board Association liaison for a term of 1 year. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes. Number 9 is committee assignments. Well, just give them to you. Don't take more than one. Don't cheat. There's 2 pages here that just list the committees in different ways. We do not have to change committees tonight, and I am looking to make changes to the committees at our January 12th board meeting. What I'd like you to do, as a bit of background, committees are a way, we typically limit it to 4 people, although anyone can attend. But committees become a way of increasing your knowledge and your education about what the board does. So I could make an argument that you should stay where you are because you have more learning to do. I could also make an argument that you could jump because you have an opportunity to learn other things. But I need your ideas to do that. I would rather not assign people and move them around because then you get into why did you put me here? So I'd like you between now and January 1st to look at these committee assignments. Bill and I have met with Steve. Steve knows that Stacy held operations and finance and athletics, co-curricular, and community relations as assignments. He is strongly interested in athletics, co-curricular, and community relations, less so interested in operations and finance. So there's an opportunity there for someone to jump, but to make that jump, I need to get people to say, I'd like to go here. So, and the more choices you give me and sending back to me, the greater flexibility we have in finding something that works. Hear me, I'm not trying to take anything away from anyone, but I am trying to give everybody the opportunity to learn the different pieces in terms of that and keep the assignments to no more than 4 board members on a committee. Is that clear what I'm asking you to do? So between now and January 1, just shoot me an email and just say, hey, here's the committees I'm currently on, I'd like to stay. Or here's the committees I'm currently on, I'm willing to give up this one or this 2 and take these other ones. I'll create a grid that looks at that, and hopefully we can work out something that gives everybody an opportunity to learn new stuff, that gives everybody happy, and we can move forward from there with committees. Questions on that, on the way I'm choosing to handle that or the assignment here? Steve, you're okay with that? Yeah. Being new, I think Bill and I went over, I don't know that I may have given you the list. So that's committees. It moves us to agenda item 10. Any comments from the board on the reorganization meeting? If no comments, we go to agenda item 10.2 of the reorg meeting, which is comments in reference to the organization meeting from our superintendent, Dr. David Finnerty.
Welcome to our new member, and congratulations on our officers being elected and committee appointment.
Thank you, Dr. Finnerty. That leaves us to 10.3 of the reorganization meeting, which is public comments, again, about the reorganization meeting from anybody in the audience or anyone in line. Is there any comments regarding the organization meeting before we move to adjourn this meeting? Excuse me. Do we have anything online? Then congratulations to all of you who have been appointed or reappointed. Give it your best thought, please, each of you, for the committees, and get back to me by January 1 so that we have, I'd like to be able to at least talk to you by email or however before the 21st, so that you don't come in here and get a surprise on the 21st, but you got a sense for how we're dealing that. You're welcome to call each other and swap if you want to do that. It can be a trading game. I'll give you this if you take that. I also wanted to say on page 8 of this agenda, the committee names are not entirely right. Curriculum, instruction, and technology. It says integration. Like to get change the meetings over, and then operations and finance. It says operations and facilities. I don't want Steve looking at that and giving me a name of a committee that doesn't even exist. Any other comments before adjourning? Move to adjourn? A second?
Second.
Move in a second to adjourn the reorganization meeting. All those in favor? Those opposed? The reorganization meeting is adjourned. December 2nd, 2025, school board meeting to order. Please rise for a pledge to the flag. Roll call as before. All 9 members are now present, and Steve, you're an official member, so you're now present. Change to this list on there, please note that Bill Thompson is also a JOC member, and I would add that if we could, please, after his name. Public comment is open for the first session to any agenda item that is on our agenda for the evening. Is there anyone in the room or online who has public comment concerning any of our agenda items? Anybody online? Thank you. Given that there is no comment, we'll move to agenda item 3.1, the December 2025 Student Board Report, and we have Adam and Jordan with us. Hello, guys. Good
Hey.
Thanksgiving?
Very good Thanksgiving. Thank you for
Eat
asking.
too much?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a problem. Take it away, guys.
Thank you. So from 3 to 6:30 today, students organized and delivered dinners at the Pottstown Religious Cluster. So the meal that we served today was spaghetti with a side of, I think, salad and buttered rolls, and we only did to-go bags for people today because of the weather. So unfortunately, not everyone was able to make it, but we still had about 92 people get meals, so it was very active. And although Priest John is more than likely not gonna see me saying this or anything, but I would like to just thank him for hosting the event, I guess, and hosting it every Tuesday. It's very generous. It's good to give back to the community. So I will spend time now going back there on Tuesdays. So yeah, I guess that's what happened today for me.
Tomorrow, on December 3rd, Mrs. Smoyer is hosting a field trip through the club Spark the Wave for students to go and help out at a retirement home, such as decorating Christmas trees and spending time with residents just to help spread holiday cheer. This is also an opportunity for NHS club members. They are also going on December 18th to help deliver Christmas cheer to the residents and lend a helping hand with organization, anything of the such. We are thrilled to have this volunteer opportunity as students, they're able to possess the ability to spread holiday cheer throughout our community by representing Pottsgrove, and just a little special shout out to Mrs. Smoyer for orchestrating this whole entire trip.
And then I know that this is a senior-specific event, but on December 12th, we will be having our New York City trip. I'd like to thank you guys for signing off on that, so that's really pleasant. I think we're leaving at 7:30 in the morning, making it back at 9 p.m., so it's a long day trip, but we're all going to have a lot of fun, and I'd like to thank you guys for that.
Before Thanksgiving break had started, there was a very special event held at the middle school called Falcon Fest. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. Many activities were presented at this event for the students to partake in, such as field games, a basketball tournament to watch, and a Kona ice truck to indulge in. This was a great way to give students an incentive before break for all their hard work and dedication towards school, and I can assure you they all loved it.
This upcoming Saturday, we have the Pottsgrove High School Annual Winter Fest. So there will be activities, games, movies, and snacks for children and their families to enjoy. As well, Santa will be there, accompanied by his elf friend. So, illuminating the Christmas spirit, there will be photo ops and things of the such. So this event is hosted by a great number of our clubs, and it's a good chance for anybody interested to show support for the high school. So I know personally the Diversity Club, we've poured a lot of effort in our volunteers coming in. So I'm proud of them. Do you have more? Oh, sorry. And then, shoot, sorry guys. And then for our last one, we've been trying to get in touch with some of the other schools so we can report on more. So recently, Jordan and I have graciously been given the opportunity to get in touch with other districts through Mr. Onspach. So shout out Mr. Onspach. We're very excited for this opportunity as it also showcases the district and the meetings as well as highlights that may be occurring at the schools. So we're very excited for this opportunity, and we hope that we get responses soon. So thank you.
Thank you, Adam and Jordan. I know one of the pieces of feedback you were given at our last meeting was to begin to include other schools than just the high school. I think it was something that Stacy encouraged. I see you're doing that. I commend you for doing that with reaching out here with Lower and with the middle school. The more we get that all-encompassing kind of picture of activities, I think the richer the report's going to be. And you did a nice job with that. And Stace, thank you for the recommendation to do that. Moves us to number 5, approval of minutes. 5.1 is approval of the monthly. I'm skipped. I'm going to go back. It doesn't move us to 5. It moves us to number 4, report of the superintendent. Dr. Finnerty.
Okay, I have 2 things tonight, but before I do, I just wanted to also report to the board that I had a wonderful opportunity to see one of our board reps' leadership in action. I was able to attend the talk, which was an Avidum activity that was hosted down at the MCIU. This was before Thanksgiving, and there was, I want to say half the team down there was Pottsgrove folks, and our kids were leading and engaging and a delight to watch and interact with. So very impressed with your leadership on that. Okay, I do have 2 things. First, I noticed this on your report as well, the winter concerts. So please join me in supporting our student musicians and welcoming the winter holidays at our winter concerts. First, we have 5 different events. First one is up Thursday, our high school winter concert, December 4th. Then on December 9th, we have, the December 4th one is a combined concert, band, chorus, and orchestra. So you get 3 for the price of 1. So please come out. December 9th, we have Lower Pottsgrove Chorus. December 11th, we have middle school band and orchestra. December 15th, Lower Pottsgrove Band and Orchestra. And December 18th, middle school chorus. It's a great, great opportunity to see our kids in action. And personally, nothing starts the holidays more than our winter concert. So I do hope you come out and support. There will also be K2 sing-alongs for parents of students in Rocks and West. And secondly, helpers and heroes. The West Pottsgrove Police Department on Saturday, December 13th, will be shopping with 60 selected students, Pottsgrove students, at the Target store in Upland Square Shopping Center. I want to thank Transplant Alliance Foundation for the financial support of this, and West Pottsgrove Police Department, Helpers and Heroes, for offering this wonderful event to many of our Pottsgrove elementary students so that their holiday season can be especially bright. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Finnerty. Moves us to agenda item 5.1, approval of the monthly board action minutes from the meeting of November 11, 2025.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve 5.1.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve 5.1, the monthly board action minutes of November 11, 25. Those in favor? Any discussion, I should say, I'm sorry. Any discussion on it? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes. 6.1, granting of orders paying the invoices for November 2025, and Patty loves to give the amount.
I'd like to make a motion, we make the payment of invoices for November 2025 in the amount of $1,929,918.49.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the accounts for audit of the high school, middle school, and cafeteria accounts for October 2025. Any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes. Agenda item 8.1, the treasurer's report for October 2025. Motion to approve.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the high school student activities, the middle school student activities, and the cafeteria accounts for October 2025 as presented.
Thank you, Peggy, or Patty. This was 7.1, not 8.1. It is an approval of the high school, middle school cafeteria accounts for October 2025. Any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes. Agenda 8.1, approval of the October 25 treasurer's report.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the October 2025 Treasurer's Report as presented and file it for audit.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the October 25 treasurer's report. Any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes. 9.1 is approval of leave of absences for one administrator and 2 support staff.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve 9.1 through 9.4.
Second.
Motion to approve 9.1 through 9.4. This is the leave of absence for one administrator, 1 support staff, a resignation of 1 support staff, the appointment of 2 new support staff, and supplemental appointments for 7 people, 3 from Ringing Rocks, which is a correction to salary, 3 new ones from the high school, 1 from the middle school, for a total of 7 people. Any discussion on any of those items? So I believe we have a motion and a second to approve, help me, Patty, 9.2 through 9.4? 9.1 through 9.4. Any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes. 10.1 is a resolution not to exceed the Act 1 index. There was a copy here, information for the public. This is a resolution that we can choose to agree with or not. If we agree, it says when we find the tax increase for the district, we cannot exceed 4.6%. It does not mean we will go to 4.6%. It places a cap on that. Ron, am I explaining that correctly?
Yes, you are. That's correct.
Anything more you want to say about it?
No, sir.
May I have a motion to approve?
I'd like to make a motion, we approve 10.1.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the resolution not to exceed the tax 1 index, which is 4.6%. As we look at the budget, remember that this limits us to what we're doing, but it also limits the increases we can give to the community in terms of that. It means we will not go that high, but it also places limits and restriction into hiring and other actions we take as a board that involve money. A motion and a second to approve 10.1, the resolution not to exceed 4.6%, which is the Act 1 index. Any discussion? Those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? The motion passes. 10.2 is a approval of a contract with Sunbelt Staffing for the 25-26 school years for a full-time board-certified behavior analyst, also known as BCBA. This position is to cover a long-term sub-position, and when the person on FMLA comes back, this position will be eliminated. So it becomes it's not an add-on position, it's a temporary position because of FMLA. Any discussion here? Those in favor? Those opposed?
We don't have a motion yet.
Do I have a motion to Pass this?
I'd like to make a motion,
Yep.
10.2 and 10.3.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve 10.2, full-time board-certified behavior analyst, and 10.3, which is the repair of the heat exchangers at the high school, part of the heating, the HVAC system at a cost of approximately $131,000.
That was about $56,000.
56, where did I get 131?
There was an option we discussed about that would do more repairs to the HVAC, but we didn't go that route.
Thank you, Ron, my fault there. 56, you're saying?
Off the top of my head, it was like 56 and change.
That's
Let me bring-
75 less than I quoted. We have a motion and a second on this, or we need a motion and second?
You have it.
We have a motion and a second to approve 10.1, the repair of the heat exchangers at the high school. Any discussion?
10.2 and 10.3.
Thank you. I apologize. I'm fighting a cold and I'm foggy. I'm foggy even when I'm not fighting a cold. 10.2, motion and a second to approve 10.2, which is the full-time board-certified behavior analyst, and 10.3, the repair of the heat exchangers at the high school HVAC system for a total of $56,000. Any discussion? Those in favor? Those opposed? The motion passes. 10.4 is approval of a resolution to issue general obligation bonds in the total of about $12 million for the purpose of financing the design, construction, furnishing, and equipping of reservations, additions, and other improvements to the district stadium and athletic facilities, and for the planning, design, constructing, equipping, furnishing, and financing of various other capital improvement projects to the school facilities.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve 10.4.
Motion and a second to approve 10.4. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Strong, there will be a roll call vote needed for this one.
Thank you, I had marked that. And Ashley, you okay taking that roll call?
I just want to get to this spot where it's already written out. Okay, so I'm doing it in order. All right. There is on here. Jay,
Yes. Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
me. I'm a yes. Patty?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Tanya? Yes. Anik?
Yes.
Louis?
Yes.
And Stephen?
Yes.
All right, yeses have it.
So Ashley, that's 9-0.
Yep.
Thank you, Ashley. Moves us to Agenda 10.5, awarding the bid for the tennis court reconstruction at the high school to our lowest responsible bidder. We had 3 bids that came in. The lowest bid was received from Sachs and Sons for a total of $579, $454, and 4 cents.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve 10.5.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve 10.5, awarding the bid to the lowest reasonable bidder for the construction of the tennis courts. Any discussion? Those in favor? Those opposed? The motion passes. 10.6 is the Apple lease of staff laptops and lab computers. Administration is recommending that we approve the proposed lease for Apple laptops to replace the current laptops, which have ended their lease period, as well as our lab computers. The annual payment is not going to exceed $137,000, worth noting that this price is significantly lower than the expired lease of the laptops we currently have and are returning from the district.
I would ask that this matter be tabled. It was in conjunction, I discussed this matter with Mr. Linke, and we need to coordinate the terms of this lease with the bond issue that you just approved, because that bond issue is obviously tax-free. So we need to do some further coordination with respect to this lease, and the district administration has advised, the business office has advised that approving this in January will be fine. So at this point, I'd ask that the matter be tabled.
We have a motion to table? Second. Motion and a second to table the item for 10.6 for lease of the laptop computers. Any discussion? Those in favor? Those opposed? 10.6 is tabled. Action item 11.1, approving one student for early graduation that has met all requirements for early college admission.
I'd like to make a motion, we combine 11.1 through 11.7.
Second?
Motion and a second to combine 11.1 through 11.7. This is approval of early graduation and early college admission for one student, approving the 25 through 2028 K-12 guidance plan, approving the middle school program of studies for 2026-2027, approving the high school program of studies for 2026-2027, and affiliation agreement with pediatric therapeutic services it allows the district to partner with the organization to provide pre-related service providers with observation and internship hours. It's very similar to student-teacher agreements and that, and here it's with this organization called Pediatric Therapeutic Services. 11.6, excuse me, says it is a conference. It is not. It's a continuation of a certification program for one staff member, and this certification is required for this person to work in pre-K counts at a cost of $525. And 11.7 is conference attendance for one person at the Pennsylvania Association of School Personnel Administrators, or PASPA. We have a motion and a second to approve all of these items. Is there any discussion? Those approve? Aye. Those not approving? The motion is passed. 12.1, approval of policies. There are 6 policies here that have been submitted for approval: diabetes management, graduation requirements, early admission to college, federal fiscal compliance, travel reimbursement for federal programs, and conflict of interest.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve 12.1.
Second?
Motion and a second to approve 12.1, these 6 policies. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Agenda item 13.1 is the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit Board Update for the board meeting of November 19, 2025, from Board Member Anique Ruiz-Brown. Anique?
Thank you, Jay. Just some brief overviews. Everyone received the main outline. I wanted to share how MCIU is working directly with Pottsgrove students through our Title I interagency agreement. They're providing additional reading and math support to eligible Pottsgrove students, giving teachers more support so they don't have to work through all of that on their own. We also have a contract with the MCIU for psych evals and FBAs, which is a huge help with the complex cases that some of our staff and teams have right now, freeing up teachers to spend more time supporting all students. If anyone has any questions about what an FBA is or any of the other information, because I'm going to have a lot of acronyms here, just let me know. So we got the MCIU leading hard into mental health and school climate with its Project Aware work. They're partnering with PA Office of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, the CHOP Policy Lab, and other organizations to bring in consultation, data tools, and training around trauma, threat assessment, and school climate. We also, sorry, I just clicked on the wrong thing. One of the more exciting things is that the MCIU is integrating art therapy into the Learning Academy, and they've contracted with the Child and Family Art Therapy Center to provide weekly sessions focused on emotional regulation and mental health. The Learning Academy is a county-run school where preschoolers and some school-age students with higher needs get specialized programs, therapies, and supports all in one place. It houses Head Start, pre-K counts, early intervention, and other elementary programs. And apologies. Let's see, we have, for Pottsgrove families whose children are in countywide programs, MCIU's Head Start work provides extra nutrition support, strong family voice through the Policy Council. They've also partnered with Right at School to offer before and after school summer care for the Head Start and pre-K counts family using IU space at no extra program cost to families so that they can have a safe, consistent care that keeps the students connected to learning. For family leadership and engagement through Patton, MCIU connects Pottsgrove families with statewide family engagement work with HUNE, Peel, through Families to the Max, and SPELL projects. Those are all, again, a lot of acronyms, so if anyone had any questions of what they are, just ask. This funding supports a statewide network that backs parent leadership, Spanish-speaking family outreach, our local Task Force 23, Pottsgrove Village-style groups, and family training around IEP and inclusive practices. Something interesting, I don't know if you had already touched on this for legislative changes, but for MCIU flagged some key legislative change in truancy cases. Judges now have clear authority to move students back to in-person school when cyber isn't helping them to show up, meaning attendance. So for Pottsgrove, that means more support for choosing the setting where students can attend regularly to stay on track. And if anyone has any more questions about that, I know you know some of that, and I could also help you with that. And that was pretty much it.
Anik, thank you. Any questions of Anik? And thank you for sending this stuff in advance. I appreciate that. It's helpful to get that in advance. Thank you. Moves us to agenda item 14.2, the report of the November 18, 2025 Athletics Co-Curricular and Community Relations Committee, Patty Grimm and/or Steve Ansbach. I'm really jumping. Moves us to 14.1, the meeting report from November 11, 2025 of the Operations Finance Committee, Louis Corminas and Ron Linke.
Thank you, Mr. Cormier. Good evening, everyone. At the last Finance Committee meeting, we discussed the resolution not to exceed the Act 1 index, which you just approved tonight. This is at least the 5th year in a row the district has passed this resolution. At the last meeting, we discussed the request by the Western Center to pay their tuition payments on a quarterly basis. Thankfully, we will not need to be doing that. The state finally passed its budget. Then we had the construction team from CMTA to provide an update on the facilities and athletic renovation project. And then we also discussed the high school, excuse me, the high school chiller repair upgrades, which was just voted on earlier tonight as well. And that was our meeting.
Louis, anything else?
That is it. Thank you, Mr. Linky.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Ron. Moves us to 14.2, the Community Relations Committee, Athletics Co-Curricular and Community Relations Committee report of November 18 of 25. Patty and/or Steve.
Good evening, everybody. So we met on November 18th at 5:35. I provided a quick summary of our fall interscholastic sports season. I reviewed our participation numbers, season records, and team and individual highlights throughout the season. I also highlighted the individuals that received all division, all conference, and all academic and citizen athlete awards. I also provided a quick summary of how we honor those students, the certificates that are given, the pins, the letters that are sent home, and how we highlight those students on our various social media outlets. I'll also discuss some of our facility upgrades. As many of you know, we had a water leak at the middle school, which did damage to our middle school gymnasium floor. Through insurance and some budgetary dollars that Mr. Linky was able to provide for us, we were able to basically resurface our middle school floor, add the Falcon logo, repaint the block area within the gym. It's beautiful. It brightened up our entire middle school gymnasium. Actually, on Falcon Fest a few weeks ago, they kind of highlighted the floor with our middle school students with the students versus staff basketball game where Mrs. Eaton and I got to officiate. So definitely a huge plus for our gymnasium that our students can use at the middle school. I also discussed, we did receive a grant last year from Dick's Sporting Goods. So we're in the process with Mr. Blankenville and his team putting out batting cages at Lower Elementary for our softball team, at the middle school for our baseball program, and a new cage for our softball program at the high school. Switches us to co-curriculars. I provided an informational summary on our SOAR programs. Pottsgrove supports opportunities, achievement, and relationship with students. We do have a budgeted dollars of $25,000 every year to support clubs outside of the supplemental contract. Due to a variety of reasons, we are $1,300 from reaching or exhausting that budget. It's a credit to our staff and our advisors and our students, wanting to be involved in after-school clubs. But I did want to inform the board that we are close to exhausting that budget. A few questions come up regarding how can we find additional dollars. One thing we're doing right now is seeing any clubs that may not be running in our supplemental contract to see if we can potentially come to an agreement and use those dollars for our SOAR programs. And that is all on the athletic and co-curricular end.
For community relations, I highlighted the Pottsgrove Education Foundation second annual Powder Puff football game. This was a great event that we had 6 student teams and 1 staff team. We had 4 student referees and about 115 spectators, and the marching band also came to perform in the stands. It was an event that had a lot of different groups come together, and we raised approximately $1,600, and we look forward to making that a bigger event next year. Next, I highlighted upcoming events, including the winter concerts that Dr. Finnerty mentioned in the superintendent report earlier this evening. Also senior nights, donation drives, and any other community events that are coming up in December and January, especially with the holiday season upon us. Next, we discussed the student climate survey results that the surveys were distributed back in the end of September, and we had high participation at lower and the middle school, a little bit lower at the high school. We explained the feedback received, primarily focused on how students treat one another, and discussed what programs are in place to help with peer-to-peer interactions, and what could possibly be added in the future. Next, we talked about social media recap and went over our followers, our views for Instagram and Facebook, and how we can continue to grow. And we are excited to continue to grow our new athletic Instagram now that Winter Sports is up and running. And lastly, Dr. Lucas discussed the possibility of a new opportunity called the Communities That Care program. It is the program reached out to the school district to see if we'd be interested in partnering with them, and it would be grant funded, and it would provide the district with a community mobilizer that would engage with families and students for more pro-social activities. This is something that Dr. Lucas is continuing to look into. And that is all.
Any questions?
Perfect. I have just one quick. Steve, could you cover the band and their jackets?
Yes, I can. So the marching band won the championship this year, as we're all aware of. And due to winning the championship, within our policy, they are awarded some type of, whether it's a jacket, sweatshirt, whatever, for winning the championship. So we're in the process. I know Mrs. Zarafos has already kind of designed a jacket that is going to give to her and her staff. So we're in the process of getting that information to Mr. Linky so we can do a requisition so it can be sent out so they can be made and given to our students and our band director and the staff that help support the program achieve their wonderful goal this year.
Thank you. I would just like to thank you for all you guys do for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shadeen, Steve, Patty, thank you.
I have a question.
Question?
So, Steve, the SOAR program, I know you've been sending us emails and kind of giving us updates. Is there anything the board can do to keep those programs running? Like, I'm not really sure about the grants and stuff like that you guys are using, but it sounds like it's very well received. The students really like it, and I would hate to see us not continue it if at all possible.
It really comes down to dollars. So, I mean, I did send an email out to our building principals to see if there's any clubs that are not going to be run. I'm going to follow up with them again to see if, we can then work with union leadership to see if we can pull those dollars over to the SOAR program so we can send out additional communication to our staff regarding what that we do have additional funds that staff members can send applications in that we would review to run them. If that's all grand and good, we'll have additional dollars to run. If not, if we could potentially find dollars maybe somewhere in the budget to support additional programs in the spring. I would say, looking at what we did, a lot of programs do run there's basically the first half of the school year and the second half of the school year. So I know there's some programs out there that are not approved to run in the second half right now. So that would kind of be our goal. I know there's some programs that are running right now where applications weren't even put in, but our staff members are running them because they want to support our students. So I want to work through that process first, and if I think that we would need additional funds, I would bring that to our next ACC meeting and ask for additional funds to finish out the school year.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Patty, Steve, Shadeen, thank you. Moves us to agenda item 14.3, report of the Policy Committee from November 18, 2025. Dr. Lucas is not with us tonight, I believe, so it goes to Bill.
You're stuck with me. Okay, we only had one policy for non-school sponsored groups, federal fiscal compliance. This is a policy that was recommended by the PSBA, and we have sent it back to council for review, and we will revisit it at our next policy meeting. And that's it.
Any questions? Bill, thank you. 14.4, report of the Curriculum, Instruction, and Technology Committee. Daniel Voorhees and Jim Lappick.
Good evening. The Curriculum, Instruction, and Technology Committee met on November 18th. It was a marathon of committee meetings that evening. You've made my job quite easy this evening because many of the items that we talked about at that meeting were also discussed at tonight's board meeting. That included the guidance plan that Dr. Lucas talked about that you approved this evening. It also included the program of studies for both the middle school as well as the high school. And thank you for getting that approved now. It allows us to work toward course selection process that will begin right after the new year. A fourth item also discussed this evening but was tabled. That was in regard to the Apple lease for staff laptops and lab computers as well. So that only leaves me to talk about two additional items that we discussed at the CIT committee. One was student achievement and multi-tiered system of supports goal update, as we've been doing goal updates pretty frequently in our committee meetings. We shared some additional data that we recently received that's from the Pennsylvania Value-Added Assessment System. In short, it's a way to look at cohorts of students and look at the amount of growth that they're making between standardized state assessments. So we looked at some of that additional information. We also are likely going to have a similar agenda item in January because the district just received prior to Thanksgiving, like just last week, some additional information regarding student achievement. So we'll revisit that at our January meeting as well. In addition to that, Dr. Lucas provided some updates on district-wide as well as building-specific behavior data, as well as social and emotional learning that's currently in place. You may recall that the district in K-8 is currently using a resource called Second Step, and that was through a grant. That grant expires at the end of this year, so we're looking into whether or not we continue with that resource. Either way, it's going to be very similar to a curriculum renewal process that we would follow with any other resource, so we're getting ready to begin that process as well. The final agenda item that we talked about is something that we're pretty excited about, and it gets our families involved in much of the work that we do. So you may recall that in grades 1 through 8, we use a resource called ExactPath. Students take a diagnostic 3 times a year within an ExactPath, and then they're provided a learning path that supports any teaching that the teacher is doing, but also fills in any gaps in learning that may have occurred for students. So we're working to provide parents access into that system for their own specific students. And so that would allow any family member to really look at some specific information about how students are working within that system. We expect to have that communication occur before the winter holiday. That will start with a communication likely coming from me to let parents and families know that that information is going to be coming. It will also generate an email that will allow families to create their own account within the system, and that will provide them access. And again, we expect that prior to the winter break. Mr. Lappick, did I miss anything? Any questions? Thank you.
Daniel, thank you very much. That moves us to agenda item 15.1, new business. I will start to my left, stage right. Louis.
Okay, 2 things very quickly. Just wanted to thank Mr. Ansbach and the other folks involved with putting on the turkey trot on Thanksgiving, or not turkey trot, Toss Your Turkey 5K, excuse me. It was a great event, a great turnout, and fun to see also some of the school district representatives turn out as well. So thanks to everyone involved with that. And then we just heard about the committee items, all the different committee meeting updates. And a recurring theme you saw was that many of the items that were discussed in those committee meetings were on the agenda for tonight's meeting. So if people are interested in the thought process that goes into certain decisions that are made or certain agenda items that are on board meetings, I would encourage them to participate in those meetings, attend those meetings. It's a great way to get familiar with what's going on in the district. So that's all I've got.
Louis, thank you. Jim.
Thank you for our shared.
I forgot we're sharing.
Yes. Not really new since Dr. Finley already mentioned it, but just a reminder about the Christmas concert or winter concert tomorrow evening. 'Cause that's always a very enjoyable time. So Thursday. I thought you said tomorrow. Thursday. Oh. Well, I just set an alarm on my phone for tomorrow, so I will correct that. Thank you. So yes, just ignore me, but other than the fact that you should all attend, because it's a wonderful event.
Thank you, Jim. Ashley?
Yeah, just something really quick. There was some discussion of an agenda item that was removed, and I just want everybody, staff, community members to know that the board doesn't set the agenda, and neither do we remove items. So that's not, so I know a lot of people were saying the board did this, the board did that, the board didn't do it. So just wanted to set that straight.
Thank you, Ashley. Brian, anything?
I do not.
Two things. I am calling an executive session at the end of this meeting. We'll meet over in the office where we usually meet. We will limit it to 1 hour and try and keep it as focused as we can and get out of here in an hour. Yes. The purpose of the executive session is personnel. I want to be clear to the people in the audience and people listening, this board does not, has not, and will not make decisions in executive session. We don't do it. It is against our values. It is against the law, something called the Sunshine Act. That has never happened and will not happen as long as this board, as 9, is sitting. So we'll have an executive session when this is over. Second, about a year ago, Jim Lappick called me, and he was looking at something online called the Pennsylvania School Board Association International Education Study Group that went to Germany. And for whatever reason, he said, Jay, this sounded like you. I think you should apply. The purpose, it's with PSBA in collaboration with the Pennsylvania School Boards Association, and the program is designed to develop actionable recommendations for Pennsylvania school districts focused on transformative changes in academics, operations, facilities, and school cultures. 12 people are selected from across Pennsylvania to attend this program in the North Rhine-Westphalia section of Germany, which is considered the sister state of Pennsylvania. Because Jim actually told me about this, I didn't make it last year. I applied again, and before coming to this meeting, I got an email saying, and the email is from the Chief Executive Officer of the Pennsylvania School Boards Association, saying, I am pleased to let you know you've been selected as part of a 12-person cohort to travel to the state of North Rhine-Westphalia during the week of March 15 to 2026. So with 11 other people across the state, and this is superintendents, administrators, teachers of that selection. I told my wife probably only 12 people applied, but that's the way I think about things. She told me that's the way I think about things. I was, pleased. I say, Jim, thank you for even telling me about this. I went online this year and said, I wonder if they're doing it again. I sent in an application not knowing what would happen, and tonight I was approved. PSBA and the Pennsylvania School Boards Association pays for all expenses except $500, which is to give some kind of commitment for the people. So I've not written back and accepted it, but I'm going to. I'm proud of that. It's nice that someone looked at my resume or curriculum and said, this guy kind of has experience in the areas we want to explore when they talk about recommendations for improving Pennsylvania school districts, transformative changes in academics, operations, facility, and school culture. So I share that with all of you. I'm excited to do that. I have a letter to give to Dr. Finnerty. I've not told him. I called Bill, who I talk with frequently, and told Bill about it, but I did not tell anybody else, and I just got the letter tonight. So thanks for listening to me brag about that, but to be selected as one of 12, I'm kind of wondering, Jim, what I did right in terms of that, and thank you for even letting me know about it. Dr. Finnerty.
One quick update. We have sent out the Stop Finder invites to our 2 primary schools. So the primary contact for each student enrolled in Ringing Rocks and West Pottsgrove should have an invite that is now shareable, and that'll be working tomorrow. So that should give you an opportunity to see how that works. And there is also, very importantly, there is a feedback feature in that, because you guys are the guinea pigs. We want to make sure that it works, and we want to be able to make sure that it works well so we can roll it out to every other school. So we're excited about that. It's going to give parents more of a visualization of where the buses are and improve our communications with transportation issues. So, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Finnerty. Bill?
Nothing really new, but congratulations to Stephen and all the other board members who were sworn in tonight. And that's it.
Thank you, Bill. Patty?
Well, I just want to piggyback on Lou's comment about the turkey trot. There was over 700 runners there. It was such a beautiful morning. And as I was watching them run, because my son came up from Maryland, run with a lot of alumni, Dr. Finnerty ran. He didn't come in last. Dr. Gonzalez not only finished, but she won the toss your turkey. She got a prize for throwing it the furthest. I didn't realize she was a thrower in college, so it was just so much fun to see all the kids coming back, all the laughter. It was just a great, great day, and I cannot thank Steve enough. I know you hurt your ankle and you were gimping around, but you did it. You did it. But all of the funds help not only local pantries, but it's also part of the Pottsgrove Foundation. So very proud to be there, and good job.
Thank you, Patty. Anik? Thank you. Tanya?
Also, official welcome to the board to Stephen, but also congrats to you. That's a great opportunity, and I really, really look forward to hearing how that goes come this spring.
Maybe I'll learn some German.
We'll see. But that was all for me.
Thank you, Tanya. Steve, welcome aboard.
I don't have any real business, but it's an honor and a privilege to be here. I look forward to supporting the school district and this community in general.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, yeah. I'm 33. I just moved to the district 2-3 years ago. I have a 3-year-old daughter that's going to be coming into the district very soon, and I'm in the business of water quality. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, Steve. Ron?
Thank you. With the state passing its budget, I want to give you a couple highlights that affect Pottsgrove. The basic ed, the governor got a little bit more money than he requested. So for Pottsgrove, that equates to about $75,000. The special ed funding, we lose about $50,000. And the Ready to Learn block grant, which is the one that's kind of up in the air, it's kind of confusing how the state's trying to do that. It appears that we may have $482,000 more than what we anticipated, depending how the state delivers that grant. It's all about that, what they call the tax equity supplement, and adding it to the foundation base to the subsequent fiscal year. It's not very clear. So we'll get some more information hopefully soon, as well as there is a request from Mr. Corminas about how this new state budget now affects the charter school tuition rate. I know it does go back to July 1 at the beginning of this fiscal year, but we're waiting for guidance from PDE because we will have to recalculate our tuition rates for the current school year. That's all I got for the update for the state budget.
Thank you, Ron. Adam and Jordan, how is life in general and specific in school?
So life in general is going very great. I just came back from Dublin, seeing my sister for Thanksgiving at Trinity College, so that was fun, and now all of a sudden these chairs are a lot comfier, so the flight was a little obnoxious. Jordan?
Life in general is pretty good lately. Doing good. And not any really new updates.
Real quick, I would want to congratulate you on being selected for that committee it was, right?
Well, thank you, Adam.
Yeah.
You speak German, don't you?
No.
Oh, I thought you did for some reason.
No.
You do, Jordan.
Huh?
You speak German?
No, I'm in Spanish.
I'm looking for a tutor. Hopefully they speak English until they do. Any other comments here at the table? Leads us to 16.1, public comment. Is there anyone in the room who would like to make a comment? This is not limited to agenda items, but can be about anything. Is there anyone online for a comment? Thank you. We don't meet again until after Christmas, so I wish each of you here in the room and those of you online the merriest and happiest of Christmases and a wonderful New Year. Hope that everything is good for you and you enjoy your time with family, friends, and those that you love. When we come back from Christmas and New Year's, we have an Operations Finance Committee on Tuesday, January 13th here at 6 o'clock, followed by a board meeting at 7 o'clock. I thank you for coming here, and for those, I can't see those online, but those who are, thank you for being there. Those in the room, we appreciate your presence. Thank you. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn. Motion and a second to adjourn. Any questions? This meeting then is adjourned.